Steve Rudin outside the Storm Watch 7 Weather Center with that story.
Alrighty, the snow continues to fall, although not quite as rapid or as much as we had earlier. As you look at the streets here in Roslyn, they are plowed, however, mostly snow-covered still. A lot of folks are taking their time. Hey, everything that continues to fall during the overnight hours will stick as snow. This is the reason why. Look at these temperatures out there. Today's high was 20 degrees. Yes, just 20 degrees at Reagan National Airport. 27 degrees below average for this time of year. Now we have temperatures that are only in the teens. They are not going to rebound. They're not going to move a whole lot as we move through the overnight. It stays cold and more snow is on the way. Coming up in just a few minutes, Doug and I will join you upstairs and we'll tell you all about what to expect, not only for tomorrow, but our next chance for wintry weather in the 7-day outlook. Back to the news desk.
Okay, Steve, we'll see you shortly. Thank you. Well, the snow is slamming parts of Maryland. In Montgomery County alone, responders are dealing with twice the number of typical emergency calls. Tom Rousey takes our live team coverage now to Waldorf. Hi, Tom.
Hey, Allison, just got off the phone with the Maryland State Highway Administration. So often their problem area during snowstorms is the western part of the state, places like Hagerstown, Frederick. Not this time. It's southern Maryland, and you can check out part of the reason why they've been getting the most snow down here, but also, look, the snow has laid completely on the road. I just checked the surface temperatures in Charles County where I am. They're in the teens. So it's too cold for treatment to work, and the plows have been fighting a big battle tonight against trying to get the snow off the road, but it's a tough battle to win. Here's video from La Plata of a car that got stuck in the median earlier, could not get out. So you see some vehicles having trouble. Another vehicle we caught here on 301 in Waldorf just sliding down the street. Fortunately, that person did not wind up in bad shape, and they were able to right themselves. But a number of folks have been having trouble. We've seen a lot of plow trucks out, as I said, but they're fighting a tough battle because the pavement temperatures are so cold. Most cars, though, that we've seen have been able to get down the road okay, and I'm going to show you one of the reasons if we come back out here live. First off, this is one of the few areas untouched by the wind right here. If we can show this live, you can see we probably got maybe roughly 3 inches or so, so I'm going to try to make a snowball out of that, but look what happens if I try to make a snowball. I can't do it. It's the fluffy kind of snow we rarely see in the D.C. area, the colder kind of snow. It's actually good news that we got that because it's easier to drive on. That said, you do need to be careful if you head out on the roads because, as you saw there, a number of vehicles are having trouble. Reporting live in Waldorf, I'm Tom Rousey, ABC 7 News.
All right, Tom. And, folks, if you have to go out, please be careful. We have this just in from Calvert County. One person is dead after a car crash on the Thomas Johnson Bridge. Police say the victim was trapped inside the vehicle. The cause of the crash is under investigation at this hour. Allison?
Well, Leon, Metro is adjusting service schedules because of the snow. Metro Access service is suspended all the way until Wednesday. Metro buses are operating on a severe snow service plan, and tomorrow, Metro trains will be on a Saturday schedule. If 8 inches of snow falls, Metro will suspend their above-ground rail service and only serve underground stations. And if you are planning on air travel tomorrow, make sure you double check your flight because hundreds of flights have already been grounded because of the snow. If you have a ticket for tomorrow, call the airline. Check the status of your flight before you head to the airport. And speaking of flying, the president's plane had to land in those snowy conditions tonight. He returned to Joint Base Andrews just before 9 o'clock. President Obama had been out in California, but left early because of the bad weather ahead. Leon?
The district is launching more than 280 trucks to treat the slippery roads in the next 24 hours in the area, and they're using a specialized salt to melt the ice. Richard Reeve is live in Northwest. All right, Rich, how do things look where you stand right now?
Well, Leon, here in Adams Morgan, just a couple of inches. Take a look here. That's what we're dealing with. But look at down the street here on 18th Street. It is like a ghost town around here. Nobody around, of course. The big issue that a lot of folks are concerned with now is the streets out here on 18th Street. Not too bad slush, I'd say. Some of the main streets like Newark Avenue, very good. But this is a struggle that they will deal with all night long.
This is what slick sounds like on the D.C. streets.
It's awful. It's very slippery.
This February storm making a challenge for drivers.
It's a little slippery and slick out here, so I'm just taking my time trying to get home from work.
From this bucket loader point of view,
I'm declaring a snow emergency in the district.
You can see how 285 salt spreaders and trucks
They're going to get the highways, I expect, and then the smaller streets, neighborhood streets later.
are taking this snow fight to the streets by going green.
Green, that's a treated salt. That has effectiveness to about 7 degrees.
Still plenty of misery to go around.
My boss is from Minnesota, and she thinks we're a bunch of wimps every time this happens.
Most folks just want it to stop.
My car's not ready for the snow, so I think I'm going to stay here for the couple of days.
And back here live now, this is a good way to show you the kind of snowfall we've had around here. Now, we are told federal government will be closed tomorrow, the D.C. public schools will be closed tomorrow, but those road crews will be out all night long to deal with all of this. Live in Northwest Washington, Richard Reeve, ABC 7 News.
One more note here, this about the D.C. cab service tomorrow. Starting at 7 a.m., a flat fee of $15 will be added to every metered charge. That will be in effect for 12 hours. Allison.
Well, now to Virginia, where the governor, Terry McAuliffe, declared a state of emergency for the Commonwealth. So far, state troopers responded to more than 350 crashes. The National Guard is standing by even to help if needed. Jay Korf is in Stafford for us tonight. So, Jay, what are you seeing there?
Allison, in fact, we've seen a number of those crashes, and it's still snowing here. Now, that's I-95 just behind me. Vehicles stuck for hours in slow-moving traffic. They're coming off this exit, and they're actually, hold on one second, there's a plow truck right now as we speak. We've seen a lot of those throughout the evening, many salt trucks, now a lot of plow trucks. Looks like they probably are heading to Route 1, which is just to our east. This is the reason why. Look at all of this snow wreaking havoc on the region.
You look at it, it's bumper to bumper everywhere you go.
A snowstorm with remarkable endurance swooped into Virginia with force Monday night, creating gridlock along the I-95 corridor.
Washington, D.C. or bust.
John Abrams' family trip from North Carolina home to D.C. should take 6 hours. Tonight, it'll take at least 10.
For some reason, we were going 5 miles an hour on the highway.
I-95 and Route 1 in the Fredericksburg area were like slow-moving parking lots. In fact, it was so bad, for several minutes on the interstate, we saw people getting out and clearing off their windshields. State police report responding to nearly 1,000 calls from 4 to 8 p.m., among those hundreds of car crashes. And Kelly Hunt, owner of the Mason-Dixon Cafe in Fredericksburg, says she closed early because employees were having a hard time getting in and customers were not about to venture out in this.
A lot of snow. It's very pretty, but not always good for business, so I'm going to make sure I'm ready to go for tomorrow morning.
So we've been tracking traffic from Richmond all the way up to Washington, D.C. on I-95. It has been gridlocked for hours. Stay home. Live in Stafford, Jay Korf, ABC 7 News.
All right, Jay. For updated snow totals and road conditions, we want to remind you that Good Morning Washington will start early at 4 a.m. You can get new information throughout the night as well on WJLA.com and our Twitter and Facebook pages. Leon.